Yeah. Jamming on the one. The second time around, you the only one. You the only one. You the only one. Now that I know you the one. We living in the word like I know the sun. You the only one. Yeah. You said it's mine for the taking. You blow my mind with this thing called love. You know every move I'm making. You know everything I'm thinking of. And I'm thinking of you all of the time. Oh, yeah. I can't ever get you out of my mind. You are the only one. 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 There was always you from the start. There was always you all the time. I wrote you on my heart. I wrote you on my mind. And I'm thinking of you all of the time. Always. Say it. Oh, you are the only one. You are the only one. You are the only. You are the only one. You are the only one.
To receive instant notification each time I upload, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification.
Helping you along the way. Helping you to make it through another day. Yeah. Everything you need to know that you never knew. That you need to know. Like our perspective.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to everyone. Today what was on my heart was the fact that we have all sat here and tried to wonder and try to figure out, how certain things happen. And the video that I'm going to show you is some of the things that led a lot of us away from the quote unquote church, right? Just talking about the matters of the heart, we're going to take a brief look at how some of these things end up being and how they come to be, where we have the separation between the wheat and the tare. Everything that I've been thinking about over the past couple of months, I've said in little small pieces here and there. And today, we're going to look at a very lavish style birthday. But this is not just any lavish style birthday, it's a birthday of a pastor of a church there in Uganda. Now, this is a Creative Commons piece, so the piece is available for anyone. The link is down below in the description here for the video. But one thing I was thinking about a few months ago, about a month or so ago, and it was, gee whiz, was I ever attached to any of this stuff? Why didn't I see these things? How was I a part of it? Well, and then another piece, a phrase that goes along with that is, wow, the church is just not the same. Wow, things used to be so different. Or, wow, look what these pastors have become. Well, I shared with you guys a few months ago that the Father showed me that it's not that they have changed. They've always been the way that they were. We can now just see it. We can now see it. And so that's where the point of difference comes in. And so the purpose of me sharing this video with you in the scripture text that we're going to be looking at today is for you to understand that the separation has begun and you are a part of that great separation. The separation of the wheat from the tare. They both came up together, meaning you could see that tare all along, but because you were out there in that field with it, follow me on this, you didn't know that they were tare. You a sheep, that's a goat. Everything else around you is a sheep. You thinking that all y'all is sheep until all of a sudden you can say, hey, wait a minute, them some horns there, and that's a goat. All right. Or you can see that the sheep that are over there are a little different, but you just sort of overlooked it for a while. You know, you guys all came up together. You went to Sunday school together. You took your kids to, to baptisms and all that different stuff together. And so in your mind, you were thinking, well, we're all the same. But then all of a sudden we get to this year, we get to this age. And when I say age, I don't mean the age we are, I mean the age. So we get to this age, we get to this time frame, and now all of a sudden they just seem like they're off the chain. No one seems to listen to sound judgment anymore, and you just don't understand why. Well, I submit to you that it is because the matter of the heart has always been the way that it is now. But because you, listener, viewer, have decided to press in to the Father, to press in and seek truth, now you can see it a lot differently than you could before. Now you see what is and what is not. So all of those pastors that we all collected money for back during the day when we were doing the pastor's aid, especially as Black churches, I mean, we love pastor's aid. They even had a pastor's aid committee, and the committee would collect the monies to have for his anniversary or for his birthday or for his wife's birthday, and they still treated you like crap. But because you didn't want to speak negatively, that scripture, everybody said, oh, don't talk about the pastor and do my prophet no harm. They put it all together, and that's what they come up with. Touch not mine anointed. You better what? Don't talk about them like that. Meanwhile, they're still taking all the money from the church, not necessarily what was given to them as a gift or as their pay, but all of the money. Meanwhile, they're still having, relationships with people in the church, male and female, and people get a glimpse of the truth and they don't want to accept the truth. I submit again that they were always this way. But when you woke up, you could see what you were sitting in, what you were sitting around. So this first video that we're going to play that's on the screen right here, let's just get into it. And you tell me, is this just a regular birthday party? Why would you have to have it this way? But let's go. This is Urban TV Uganda, available here on YouTube. Look at all the accoutrement. Look at all of the fanfare. Look at all of it, how it's all set up. Look at all of that for a birthday party for a pastor. And there he sits like a king on the throne. Look at the candelabras. Look at the seating arrangements. You notice anything that's missing? Look at the vehicle's license plates, all Range Rovers. Does anybody notice anything major that's missing? Anything major that's missing? Have you seen one spouse? Have you seen a wife? Did you see a wife sitting with him? No, you didn't. So that's one telltale sign. One telltale sign that goes along with all of that other look at me, look at me, look at me. Now, there have been many pastors, especially in the Uganda area, in Nigeria, as well as the United States, that have stayed single for a purpose and a reason. And the purpose and the reason that they stay single is so that they can date and deal with both sexes. I said it, and I'm telling the truth. And then you find out later that they have fallen into, not fallen into, but it's been exposed, the lifestyle that they've chosen. And this again is the quote unquote church. I'm sharing with you these things so that you understand to come out from her what it means in its totality. So the people that go out and they commit all of these sins and these crimes against the church and against the body and against the people of the Most High, where did all of that come from? How did they get there? Let's go to Matthew 12 and 34. All right. So in verse 31 of Matthew 12, 31 through 34, it says, "Wherefore I say unto you, all manner of sin and blasphemy shall be forgiven unto men, but the blasphemy of the Ruach HaKodesh shall not be forgiven unto men. And whosoever speak a word against the Son of Man, it shall be forgiven him. But whoso speaketh against the Ruach, it shall not be forgiven him, neither in this world, neither in the world to come. Either make the tree good and his fruit good, or else make the tree corrupt and his fruit corrupt. For the tree is known by its fruit." Here is the sweet piece. Matthew 12:34. "O generation of vipers, how can you be evil? How can you, being evil, speak good things? For out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. A good man out of good treasure of his heart bringeth forth good things. And an evil man out of the evil treasure bringeth forth evil things. But I say unto you that every idle word that a man shall speak, they shall give an account thereof in the day of judgment. For by the words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned." So it's both of them. How does the word, how does what we say go in line with that? Well, because we'll see a lot of preachers that'll stand up and say, "Okay, I know you guys got to pay your light bill, but God wants you to give me all your money. You don't need that. If you trust me, then God is going to give you everything you need." That's what they say. They say God. Remember, we just talked about lucky and money with the term GAD, Gad, God, which was the God of luck. So you're basically gambling. Give me your money. Just bring the money. Oh, the word says bring all your tithes into the storehouse. And for years, we flooded the churches with our families listening to those scriptures that they would tout constantly. I want to welcome everybody from the Twitch side. Thank you so much for being here. If there's anyone there that is here, don't know how to go over there and look yet, but I'm sure I'll learn. So I want to welcome everyone on Twitch, and welcome to everybody here on the Lock Her Perspective here on YouTube. Mars Fool's Gold says, don't drink the pastor's aid, hydrate. I love it. And Ronnie Mann said, Luke 6:45, the new version is a good man brings good things out of the good stored in his heart, and an evil man brings out things that are of the evil that are stored in his heart. For out of the mouth, the heart speaks. The heart is full. That's what you said. The heart is full. So when we look at all of this, you guys, we gotta understand that this stuff had a beginning, but we were all sitting in the same churches, all sitting in the same places, all together at one point. And what we were doing was we were putting all that we believed into that place because we believed we were doing the will of God, but the will of our Father, right? But we were doing the will of God because all they wanted was the money. That's basically what they did. And so when we look at pastors now and we go back and we say, gee whiz, this pastor really fell off. I remember thinking that about Kenneth Copeland until the Father let me do something the other day. And that was, and you may want to try this yourself. Whenever you want to test out something that has come to you, first of all, the word tells us to try the spirit by the spirit. So you got to make sure that you test that spirit. Okay. When something comes to you. But more importantly, you got to do what he says. He told me go back and look at an old photo of him, and I did. There was only a couple that I could find. All the other ones were no longer available. Isn't that weird? Out of as long as that ministry has been around, I couldn't find any old ones, and I'm sure maybe it's just my, what maybe my web browser. I think you may have more luck on your side, but I just didn't, and I could only find one. But I looked at the face of that person that I found. I think it went back to maybe 2012, 2011. I found one. And his face was totally different than the face that I see now. And he said, he's not there anymore. And I said, wow, now this is me, you guys, telling y'all my experience. All right. You try this out yourself. You check this out for yourself. But I'm just telling you, this is what I saw. So, what is my point? It's that all of the people that we looked up to back in the day, out of the abundance of the heart, they're showing you who they are. So when you think about how much he used to run around and talk about faith and talk about money and talk about all of those things, somewhere along the line, either he left on his own volition or he's not here and we don't know where he is. But that ain't him that's in him right now, is my point. You can like it or leave it, love it or lump it. You can throw, apples at me. It doesn't matter. This is what I have perceived. That in this day and age that we're in right now, those that we thought we knew, we don't know anymore. As a matter of fact, we probably never did. Somebody was talking to me earlier saying, can you believe that it was a big guy from Texas? That big guy from Texas had somebody trying to tell everybody to go down there and get candy bars. Can you believe that? And I said, I'm not shocked at all. That man hasn't been who he's supposed to be for ages. Well, he kicks it with all kinds of different people. People that we are shaking our head at, looking like, I don't know. So it's always been a matter of their hearts. It's always been a matter of their heart. Everybody that you see that is not walking divinely with our Father, it is a matter of their heart. It's who they are. What they're doing right now, lining up, telling people to come in and get all this other stuff, it's just because either somebody's lined their pocket to do it. That's the only thing I can think of. So you wonder why you have pastors and big churches that are now allowing their places to be used as a place to go pick up candy bars. That's not cool. But why are they doing it? Because it's who they've always been. It's a matter of who they are to their core, in their heart. You get a watermelon, what they say, the sweetest part is right in the heart. Why? Because that's where everything is. That's where it's all stored. Conversely, it's also where all the most of the corruption is. Because if you open up a old school watermelon and you taste the inside and it ain't right, you don't even finish it no more. Why? Because if the heart of it is bad, you already know the rest is bad. Sometimes people just will cut it down and just go straight to the center and set that on their plate. You start tasting that, you're like, wow, there's something ain't right. Well, that's the heart. That's the heart of the matter. So at the heart of the matter, we got to look at what it is. The wheat and the tare have begun to show. All of it comes up together. The wheat and the tare all comes up together. Everything comes up together. And then you don't even realize, okay, that when you was looking over there at that batch of wheat and the batch of tare, you be looking over there at the batch of tare, you're like, wait a minute, I thought we were all wheat. No, that's tare. Again, I thought we were all sheep. No, that's a goat. Now you can see it, but you only get to see it when you press in. You only get to see it when you press in and you really quest to see who he is. So the reason why you can see it, Anarchy, the reason why you can see it, Robert Ingram, the reason why you can see it, Mars Fool's Gold, Ronnie Man, all of y'all can see who they are now because you've been pressing in and you want only the sincere truth. You want the truth about who our Father is. And you know that ain't him, especially in light of the fact that all the stuff that's going on right now has caused such great division, consternation. There's such lies. And they're using those lies conveniently to do whatever it is that they want to do. And yet the body that you thought was the body is running in droves to line up for it. And you're like, how is this? How is this happening? But y'all already, I thought y'all knew. Same people that sat there and learned with you. The same exact people that sat there and learned with you about the mark. The same people who sat there and learned end time eschatology with you. Their bodies were there, but there was nobody at home. Why? Because the wheat and the tare come up together. When you're amazed at how come nobody else is getting what you're telling them, it's because, and you're saying, well, I just knew they would get it. But I just talked to them the other day and they got it. They got it. I just knew that they would understand when I called them to tell them this truth. When I went and showed them this truth, I just knew they would understand it, but they don't. Why? Because they've never been awake. They were never on a path to become awake. And now that this deed is done, they won't have the opportunity unless there's a heck of a miracle coming. So it's the matter of the heart. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. That's right, Dennis Conrad. God is separating. Yah is most assuredly separating the sheep from the goats. So I think my most important thing that I'd like everybody to get today while I'm sharing this, and the reason why I'm sharing, is because I get a lot of calls from people saying, I don't understand. Why don't they see it? I don't understand. They're all lining up. I don't get it, because this just what's on the screen, what Dennis Conrad just said. There's a separation. So don't think it's strange that they don't get it. Here is what the tactic needs to be for you, so that you don't have to be involved with the whole back and forth. Their mind was made up. They never hearkened to truth when it was given to them, when you guys were all in the same building together, when you did go to church. They never hearkened to truth. Truth comes around and truth will say, hey, wait a minute. This guy, I just saw him at a hotel and he was with a chick that was not his wife. And there'll be people sitting right there in the building saying, oh, no, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. He ain't like that. Or they'll see it with their eyes and they'll completely pretend like they didn't see it. They would like to stay asleep. You remember back in the day when there was almost every pastor back in, let's just choose a year, any year. I don't know, 96. Back in 1996, after you would come home from church, for those of us who, went to the church all the time, you could pretty much come home, have your supper, and turn it on, let's say, TBN. And you could watch that channel for a few hours and you would see some pretty good preaching. You would see some really good preaching. You would see, let's see, back in that time, who was real good and popular before they fell off. Oh, you would see Carlton Pearson. Now look at him. You would see, who else would be on? Rod Parsley. Now look at him. Where is he? You would see a little Jakes. Now look at him. Come on down and get the candy bar. You would see all of this good preaching. You really would. It would be so divine. It would be the best preaching you had seen in a long time. Now you see those very same cats and you're like, whoa, what direction did this person go in? I'm about to do the monograph, y'all. Hold on a second. So you would see those things and you would wonder to yourself, now I'm back. I like the way Monty does it, though. He'll go to the refrigerator. So So now when you see these people, you're marveling at how they fell off. They didn't fall off. That's who they always been. Dennis Conrad says, an ex sister in law 25 years ago told my kids listening to any music with a beat in it is a sin. Yet her and my ex brother in law both got it with those cells in it. Do you see what I'm saying? You see exactly what I'm saying. If I'm speaking the truth, tell me, because I could be in error, but I will just be honest and tell you I don't think I am, because when I look at everybody else, when I listen to you guys, see you guys in the chat, and when I see the things that you're saying, I'm like, okay, they get it. But then I can talk to somebody that I have known, that I went to the church with. If they're not talking about taking that, they're talking about somebody coming back and saving the day. It's this mass deception. They really think this cat is going to come back and literally save the day. Oh, it's going to be in March. Well, no, not March. Well, they said it's going to be in April. Well, now April's come and darn near gone. Oh, but it's going to be July. And it's going to continuously be, because the deception is so great. So you got half of what you thought was the body deceived and taking the candy bars and eating candy bars. Okay. In droves. And then you got the other half that say, okay, I'm not going to eat the candy bar, but I'm waiting for him to come back, as if it's the second coming of the Messiah. They're literally, do you guys understand what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the deception that's worrying and plaguing those that you thought was your brother and your sister in the Most High, in Christ? You thought this, but now you're beginning to be a little bit more alone. You're becoming a little more alone. The room is getting thinner. The dance floor has gotten thin. No need for filling out the young lady's dance card, because she's not even in the building anymore. You can't dance with that sister. She's gone. Nobody is left. It's maybe you, the janitor that everybody talked about, said he was a bit quirky, but he was desiring that truth too. Here's my point. Those that are left ain't going to be the rich ruler. They're going to be just like the rich young ruler was. Give it all up and follow me. Oh, can't do that. That's what all of those that were trying to be like the pastor, running around and start purchasing everything that they saw the pastor get, purchasing all this stuff, not realizing the pastor was buying all of that with the money they gave, their hard-earned money. People always get into the big churches or even the smaller churches and aspire to be like the pastor. Instead of thirsting after righteousness, instead of thirsting after the things of Yah, they want the things of this natural world. And they can get all the natural stuff that they want and still bust hell wide open, because it's not in the collection of things. It's not in the glass menagerie, collecting all the little bitty baubles and sticking them up and looking at them. It's not in all of that. What it is in is being hid in him and having the life of Christ in you, the hope of glory. You got to have that in you. And if it's not in you, just what Dennis Conrad said, that's what it is. There is no way to say that that is not true. That statement that Dennis Conrad has right here on the screen right now, that is because 100% of the way, they were looking at the body. They were looking at the music, listening to the music. They were not dealing with the heart of the person. They weren't loving the child and talking to the child and teaching the child the precepts of the word. They grabbed something that was easy to say, something that everybody has been saying for centuries, hundreds of years. They've all been saying it. It's not to say that it's not any truth in that. Okay? It's not to say it's not any truth in the fact that, you know what? We already know who Louis Cypher was. We know that he was out there with the music, and we know that he's in the music right now. It's not to say that that doesn't exist, but the point that I'm making is for you to take a child and for you to deal specifically with that instead of telling them about the truth and the Father. And that's the only thing. That's low-hanging fruit. That's what you got. You got that? Oh, okay. That's low-hanging fruit. You're teaching, you talking, but that's something low-hanging, and you're not even digging deep in that. And yet, you see what else they went and did. You see that? That's what they did. Why? Because it was always in them to do it. How could you all sit there and learn about end time eschatology? You ask yourself. We listen and we learn all together. How could we all sit there and learn all together about end time eschatology? How could we learn what we learn all together and you still go do that? It's because the matter of the heart was not in the right direction. The heart of the matter was not in the direction that yours was. Hello, hello, hello. And evening, everyone, to Melinda Ann as well. We have 2 channel members here right now, and I want to acknowledge them. Hello, Rachel Van Ziel and Iron Crane 2003. Thank you for being here. But that's the purpose, and that's the reason why it's so confusing. Because you're thinking to yourself, but wait a minute, weren't we all together in the same place, hearing the same word? How is it that they've now moved over into this vein and they're not picking up any truth anymore? How could we sit here and listen? So what Robert Ingham, see what Robert Ingham has there? He's reaching something all right, but that's not even him anymore. And for those of us who remember the longer looking face, the face was a little longer. I'm so sorry. When I took cosmetology, the only thing they told us that continue to grow, for example, after a corpse died, is the nose will continue, the nails will continue. As a person gets older, the nose gets longer or bigger, I should say. But this cat's face is now round like a pea. It's not elongated like it once was. What's that? Even the skin is darker and tougher and different. That's because what y'all seeing is a lot of stuff that's dealing with sorcery. And it's time for us to start to wake up and to realize that there is some sorcery going on. We're dealing with pharmakia right now. It's time out for the baby talk. You see what Teresa says? They claim to be reformed, but they are not reformed at all. And they don't even see it. They're reformed. They change now. But if you're looking at everything that's going on right now, you will see that it's all trying to be in a comparison to what our Father has done. The breath that he breathed into man, pneuma, the spirit of man, pneuma, breath, is the thing that's being cut off. Okay? It's the thing that's being cut off right now. That's what's being cut off. Isn't that ironic? And now they're trying to find a permanent way for it to be there. Steve Willis, I'm glad you are. Hey, welcome, welcome. Dennis says, I think believing Jesus is coming on a rescue mission has these people deceived. They don't see this for what it is, because if it was this bad, they weren't supposed to be here. That's what they're seeing. That's what they're thinking. They don't see it for what it is, because if it was this bad, they weren't supposed to be here. That's what he said. So when you're thinking about that, there's going to be a great deception even in that, because people are going to be looking from the sky, looking up at the sky, looking for all of the stuff that Rome has taught them, and they're going to miss it. And they're going to be major deceived. You see, these folks are being deceived right now, running around grabbing candy bars, eating every candy bar you can imagine, all different types of varieties of candy bars. And they're eating them and eating them and eating them, getting them fatter and fatter and fatter and fatter, eating the candy bars and getting fatter and fatter and fatter. I'm saying this on purpose. Please understand. I'm putting that there on purpose. Just getting the candy bars and just, all of them. Because that very same deception that they use to take and eat that candy bar is going to be the exact same deception that comes from the sky. The very same exact deception. Why? Because they know they got this. And not only that, hey, you don't know what's in you. For all I know, what's in you makes you trip. It's going to make you trip. You're going to be tripping. I don't know what that makes you do. This right here is a major setup. Stay away. Stay separated. Don't answer your phone when they see you. This is that warning. Don't answer your phone. Let them be. Don't even answer your phone. Just let them be. Let them be. Iron Crane 2003 says, "Oh, I like candy bars. I can do 30 pull-ups and run a 5-minute mile. But I have a weakness for dark chocolate Hershey bars." Me too. I like the little dark chocolate with the almonds in it. I love those. They're so delicious. Okay? So this is what this is, and this really is just some encouragement for you guys to understand that it's a matter of the heart. So when you start to try to figure out how did that friend of yours that you guys had a really good bond, you fell off for maybe a month or two, and by the time we talked to them again, they had went down there to that big place and did what they did, and you don't understand why. Don't worry. I'm encouraging you right now. Don't worry. There's more to follow. There's more that's going to trip you out in a minute. More is going to blow your mind in a minute. You ain't seen nothing yet. You think you've seen something. The lull that you're seeing right now, that little rest period that everybody feels, that little rest period that everybody sees. Shalom, Mama Bear and Papa Bear. Shalom. Okay. You see that little rest period that you're seeing right now? That's because it's oh man, I wish there was a Creative Commons song of James Brown. There's a lot of songs that he got right now I could just plug right in there. It's on and popping. So I'm giving you this little tweak. I'm giving you a little gentle nudge. And here's why there's just a nudge. Diane, hey, here's the reason why it's just a nudge, because he's been talking to you, and you already know that what we're saying, what he's giving me to say to you right now, what he is impressing upon me to share with you right now is lining right up with something you already been feeling, because it's that thick. Keep your eyes up. Keep your eyes up. Keep your face set like a flint. Like a flint. Just keep your face set like a flint. And keep looking up. Keep looking up. For your redemption draws near. Do not worry about those that are falling off, because you're going to have some major fall offs in a minute. You know, most of you have either owned businesses or been in a management position, and you guys will hire a whole bunch of folks that'll start working for you. Maybe you just put up a new store or something. Or you can look back at your retention level of the employees you got working with you, or even you got coworkers. You guys all started the same company together. You had like maybe 60 people that started together, and now maybe 10 years after that, none of those folks, but maybe you and another person is still there. This is assimilation. This is similar to that. This is similar to that. Okay? This is similar to that. You're only going to have a few left around. Don't worry about the ones that have all fallen off, because unfortunately, with the same opportunity that you had to gather truth and to put truth around your neck and to put truth down in your heart and only seek after the truth and shut other people out of your mind, people thought you was crazy when you got to yourself and you started not dealing with so many outside people and it was just you and the Father. They thought, oh, she's on one, he's on one. They don't want to talk to us no more. No, you just wanted something a little deeper, and you weren't even mad at that person. You just sort of got to yourself so that you could study more of his word without any outside, you know what I'm saying, penetration from anybody outside, without them pushing and peering in and trying to pull out of you, you know, because they're the same people that will always call you when there was an issue, because they know you had that kind of heart. And now you're seeing the reason why he pulled you apart, to come to him to study, to learn more of him, to get the truth, not just, oh, did you see what the pastor's wife had on? I'm telling you, the honest conversations women used to have. We used to, oh, look at the shoes that she had on. Girl, did you see? Yeah, girl, them shoes was bad. Did you see the suit that she came in? And oh, yes, that was a St. John suit. I'm not joking, you guys. We would sit there and I would sit and I'm like, yo, I know that suit is 12 grand. I know that St. John suit is all of $12,000. And I know them shoes is all of 3 grand. This chick is flossing 15 grand on her body coming in this church. This the pastor's wife. She got on a $12,000 St. John suit with a pair of $3,000 St. John pumps. This chick is rocking 15 G's, yo. We're like, are you kidding me? You could never compare to that. And yet you find people in the church breaking their necks to attempt it. You found almost everybody and their mama trying to go out and buy a knit suit. You could never touch St. John, but they straight up be trying. Girl, I ain't crazy. Okay, but they be trying, breaking their neck, paying their rent money, going out to get using their rent money, pulling the rent money, but robbing Peter to pay Paul. Just so that they could keep up with the pastor, not understanding that his wife is out here doing a whole bunch of stuff with the money that you do put into the church. You got the same raggedy parking lot. It's been the same raggedy parking lot with the same pothole. As a matter of fact, everybody in the church knows how to avoid it. You see the cars going around in the parking lot, that same pothole. You ain't never asked no questions. You've never asked any questions as to why the funds aren't being used or allocated correctly. And you don't understand how you saw that pastor in the illustration we just showed, in the video we just showed earlier. Letter A, the brother didn't have no wife. He didn't have ne'er wife to first. The second thing, if you looked at it and paid any close attention, you will see that one of the men hugged him a little closer. What you saw is what you saw. He didn't have a wife. He was very impatient. How do I know he was impatient? Because I'm looking at body cues. He was tapping his hand on his leg. Okay. Didn't have a wife. Both of the vehicles had his name on the back of them on the license plate. Both of the vehicles were Range Rovers. Okay. And he gave a birthday party for himself. That screams all kinds of stuff. Let's play that because I don't think everybody was here to see it. Okay. So I'm going to pull it back up. And it really does seem like a very subdued video. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of stuff that's going on in it. It doesn't seem like, there's anything major. It just appears that it's a birthday party. But what kind of birthday party? And why would a pastor have that kind of extravagance? So it's something as subtle as this that I'm showing you, but let's get ahead. Let's go ahead and look at him. This is a pastor. Pay attention to all the subtle details. Like I said, look at all the extravagance. Look at the accoutrement. Look at those candelabras. Look at the chairs. Look at the chaise lounge. Do you see the chaise that he's sitting on? He's alone on that chaise, isn't he? She looks perturbed. Pay attention. That's 2 Range Rovers. All men. I want to take it back over here where they were all hugging him, like, greeting him. Right there. Now they're saying that she is so totally not feeling it. That's a birthday party for a pastor. Let me see if they have any more on him while we're here, because their stuff is creative. It's Creative Commons, but I want to see how much more they have dealing with him, if there is anything else. But this mindset of belief system is totally Western. If you can look at all the ladies there, all the people that were there, that whole mindset is completely Western. It is a Western mindset. But even for it to be a Western mindset, you got to double back a little bit. Who did big coronations? Where did it come from? The giant coronations, and, having everybody come in and kiss the ring or hug somebody, and, oh, let me just anoint you, let me touch you. Those types of things, all of that is pagan in its nature. All of that is Roman in its nature. And I don't want you to believe me. Look it up and see what coronations look like. I can't see any more about him here. But my point is that particular mindset is the mindset of most pastors that are utilizing Rome as their template. As their template. Okay? That's what they're done. They've taken Rome and used it as its template. Melinda Ann says, birthday party, it looks like a convention or something. I seen more smiles on the people at a funeral directors convention. Yeah, but that older woman that was sitting there fixing her blouse or her dress or whatever, she was probably like, I ain't even feeling this. I'm not even feeling it. Did that plate say Elvis 3? Yep. It said Elvis 2 and Elvis 3. It was an Elvis 2 and an Elvis 3. Okay? So my point is that all of this stuff that we're seeing right now, it was slow dripping on us earlier in the 1990s. And even before then, it was slow dripping on us. Why? Because Rome just couldn't keep it under wraps anymore. So it was peeking out every now and then. If you look at the actual hierarchy in the regular Baptist church, as an example, which is where my family hails from, and then the non-denominational, look at the bishops. Do you notice any familiarity, or do you notice anything in common with the Pope or cardinals? Have you looked at their rings? Have you looked at their robes? Have you looked at any of that? I remember hearing people, oh, I ain't no Catholic, I'm a Baptist. I ain't no Catholic, I'm non-denominational Christian, holding their heads all up like, oh, I'm just this. I'm the business. Yeah, I don't think so. Let me rummage around and see if I can find the differences between the a bishop's coronation and the let's see, coronation. Oh, here we go. Let's do there's the King of Spain. Who is this one? Okay, now let me see if I can get some Creative Commons stuff. Child, they got me on that Creative Commons. Okay, let's see. I want to see this right here. Let me see if we can look at this one together, you guys, because we're going to be checking this out together. The other one I prepped before, but now that we just, we all in my living room, we all sitting here chit-chatting and talking, we are going to look together. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this is an audio version. All right. What is this? These are all Creative Commons. This is Emotional Royals. Um, hmm. I wonder what this is. Let's look at this. Let me see if it's going to give us.
meaning order, or recensions, neither of which concerned the Chapter 2, Scottish Coronations. Scottish coronations were traditionally held at Scone Abbey, with the king seated.
I don't like those voice things. Let me see something. I'm going to show you guys an installation of a bishop. Huh. Okay. What is this? Okay. All right. Because I love to hear people say how, oh, well, I'm not this, I'm not that. Oh, really? Okay. Where do you think it came from? Your behavior. Where do you think it came from? It came from someplace. Okay, let's see. The power of your thoughts, Bishop's sermon. What is this? BB Cool list. Remy sings. I don't know who that is. I don't even care. I want to show you guys something that is not something that'll give me copyrights. Let's see. What about this? Uh-huh. Well, I know that will. Let me see if I can see this, if it gives me any ability to show it. Let me see. Nope. And I know these Kojic people will come after me, so I don't want to put their stuff up. But just wish I could show you guys. But there is nothing that's Creative Commons, y'all, for me to show. That's what's not nice. But I know you guys have seen different coronations. I know that you all have seen the way that they have the signet ring, the way that their garments are purple, the way that they all come in the big robes, all the processionals, the way they come in the processionals. You going to bed? I know you always got to go to bed early because you work. You work. Got to hit the sack. Thanks for the stream, Felicia. Stay strong in Christ for our Lord and Father. Oh, thank you, sweetie pie. You have a good night and rest well and have a good day tomorrow at work. Okay. All right. But I'm sure you guys have seen some of those coronations where they all come in and they're all dressed in a certain way. But the first thing they want to say is, oh, we ain't no Baptist. We're not no Catholic. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. So the mindset of this greed comes from, it hails from over there. All roads lead back to Rome. All roads lead back to Rome. Again, I want to welcome everybody on Twitch. Thank you for being here. We are simulcast for Twitch, and I hope it's coming out right because I don't know what it looks like over there. Rachel Van Ziel, you might want to go over there and tell me if it's showing or not because you already know my opportunities with Twitch. It's got the icon up here pretending like it's showing, but I don't know. It may not be. But so my point is, you guys, is it is always going to be a matter of the heart because out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Out of the abundance of the heart, whatever is inside the heart, you're going to see the fruit that matches up with that. So because you're seeing some of your friends fall off right now, think it not strange. It's supposed to happen. Remember what we talked about the other night when we mentioned how the Gideon experience of it all started out with all those cats and then began to dwindle them down. It was like a litmus test of sorts. These amount, if they go and lap like a dog, let them be. If they just got married and they got to get home to their wife, let them go. If this happened, let them go. Well, you're not seeing that right now. What you're seeing is they just fallen off. And then you're finding their words are, I prayed about it. You are amazing. Absolutely 110% amazing. Yes, you are. You prayed about what? What did you pray over? What does pray mean? What does it mean? Shall we break that down too? No, I don't think so. Because if we start breaking everything down, people ain't going to be able to handle everything. But what are you doing? Who did you talk to? You put your hand on your jaw and put your elbow on the table when you're looking at them. And you said, well, who did you talk to? When you prayed, who did you pray about? Who were you? Who did you get your answer from? Because clearly Matthew 24, clearly the book of Revelation, clearly the book of Enoch, clearly understanding end time eschatology. You had to have seen what this is, and you want me to hear. So you're neutralizing me by saying you prayed. That does not neutralize me. That does not stop me. No, it does not. It's good on Twitch. Thank you, sis. Thank you. Thank you. Let's get some of the comments here. We're going to start all the way back up here. We may even repeat a couple, but it's all good. Okay, we'll start here with the laughter. The laughter. And then Diane Brown says, oh, yes, me too. Mama Bear, Papa Bear, hello, Lockhart family. I tried to warn a long time ago. About some of these. And it gets you unfriended. Yes, it does. Or maybe it gets you friended in that you now know who your friends really are. Okay, I'm so sorry at Rachel. I know how that feels, Teresa says. It gives me new meaning to a Snickers bar. We are in no way, shape, or form advertising that candy bar. We have not been given any funds, and nor are we looking to seek any funds for advertisements for said candy bar. Thank you, Teresa. Scary at first. Yes, ma'am. You are so right, at Felicia. Girl, Iron Crane says, Yep, that's exactly what they were doing. Hello, Miss Felicia. Happy Thursday to everyone. Yes, thank you. I missed the video. I'm glad you got a chance to see it. Hiya at Wake Up. Oh my. Yep. It's kind of surreal and not in a good way. Yep. But you know what? That was not even, they didn't even put that video up. You said looks kind of weird, wake up call. They didn't put the video up for it to be looked at the way that we did. They want to say, hey, look at this. Isn't this awesome? Where the dude's wife? Did you notice the hug, anybody? Did anybody notice the hug that I was talking? Yes, she did look mad. Wake up call. Gerald, she did look mad. A birthday party. This, I got to say this statement again, birthday party looks more like a convention or something. And I've seen more smiles on people in a funeral director's convention. Who did that place say? Elvis 3. Yes, get some. Yep. That's what it said. Right, Melinda? Hello. Nope. We got robes. Yes. Money, power, and control. Say that. Let's just park the car there in the yard for a second on that. Money equals power and control. The more they get, the more they want of all of the above. Absolutely, girl. That's right, at Melinda. He hit the sack. Good night. Yeah, see you later. Remember to hit the like button. Thank you so much. Okay, the Twitch notifications are working too. Good. Because in a minute, we're just going to start simulcasting everything over there. It's already set up on Twitch for me to have a live every Wednesday, but I haven't been. I needed to get everything set up, and it's set up now, I think. But with that said, next Wednesday, I am going to be on Fox Soul. Fox Soul, which is a derivative of Fox TV. They have a streaming thing that's available two ways with their Fox app, and they also have it here on YouTube. So we're going to be talking about the secrets in families next week. I'm going to be on the Tammy Mack show as a panelist for her. There'll be several other people, I imagine, about 5 of us, I guess, including the hostess. So I would love for you guys to join me. I asked them if I could do a commercial, but I've not heard back from their production or their main people that would give you the authority to do that. And so therefore I can't. But I am going to just, tell you where I will be. And I will make a small video saying this is where I will be. I will not use any of their stuff. I'm just going to make my own to say this is where I'll be. But with that said, I want you guys to take heart and you guys to remember that everything that you're dealing with, even when people tell you that they prayed, their intention was to do that anyway. Nobody reads anymore, especially the word. They go pick up a Bible. You know what? They'll go only use what's available online as opposed to even picking up their sword and just opening it up. It's got dust on it. It's got the baby's pictures in there. It's got the baptismal stuff in there. And maybe have a date that they got married. And that's it, and the names of the family, but they never even pick it up to study. And we have to do that, you all. I know it's good and it is convenient because here on the show we do that. We will use the scripture. And I'm not sure if everybody saw our scripture text for today. So let me be let me be a good lady and get that for you guys. All right, let me get that. Let me cancel that. So you guys have it. But even in that, we do look at a lot of the stuff that we find online, but we got to get to where we have that sword and we carry our word with us. We pick it up, we read it, dust it off. If you don't do anything but start with a scripture a day, if you haven't really been looking, get yourself a scripture a day and study it. This is cool when we're in this setting, and this is cool when you're on the run, right? But you got to see it and read it. You know why? Because what you see through your eye gates goes into your heart, and out of the abundance of the heart, what? Uh-huh. So here is Matthew 12:34. For those who missed it, let's get it. All right, we're going to start at verse 31 because that says a whole lot. Actually, no, we're going to go on here to verse 34 where it was 33. I like 33. Either make the tree good and his fruit good, or else make the tree corrupt and his fruit corrupt. For the tree is known by its fruit. Verse 34, O generation of vipers, how can you, being evil, speak of good things? And for out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. A good man out of the good treasure of his heart brings forth good things, and an evil man out of the evil treasure of his heart bring forth evil things. But I say unto you that every idle word that man shall speak, they shall give an account for, therefore, in the day of judgment. For by the words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned. So by your words you're going to be made right, and by your words you're going to be took out. Plain and simple. Okay, I love you too. You see what I'm saying? Ronnie, you are laying down an excellent foundation, the foundation. There are some good things in store. Yes, there are. Hello, an anarchy. Mama Bear, Papa Bear says. Okay, so we cannot forget this as the weeks progress and as the time progresses. Yes, words matter. Absolutely. Yes, words matter. They do matter. Huh. Boy, oh boy, do they matter. I want to get into this really soon here. And I'm not sure what platform I'm going to be able to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it because there is a movement now with words saying, hey, have you ever considered not having a man at all? Just you and some of your friend girls living together in a big house and your children living there together. You could have your own little village, basically, paraphrasing here. It's coming out of a very matter group. Now, if that does not slap people in the face, okay, if that does not slap some folk that look like me in the face, I don't know what does. It's already bad enough that our women aren't getting married like they're supposed to. We getting a little bit off the topic, but yeah, we still need to look at the heart of the matter. And this is the heart of that matter. Because they're now showing, now that all the stuff that they did and worked for is now coming to fruition. Now they want to tell you who they really are. Don't you ladies sometimes just want to leave the relationship with the guy if things don't go good? This is, I'm paraphrasing, but I'm quoting what they're saying now. So what they're doing is they really truly are showing that they're coming for the real family. Out of their abundance of their heart, their mouth is speaking, and they are putting it up all over the place. And there are women that are now in that movement, in that walk, that used to be, had a standard, husband and the children and all of that. No, sir. Big and famous where everybody can see him now. Okay. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Well, let me tell you something, Rachel. My culture can be so blinded. All can be. But again, like I said once before, I've been in this skin color for a minute. So for me, I got to look at us and I got to look at where the attack is going. They're coming after you. They're coming after your husbands. They're coming after your children. They're coming after you. They're coming after who we are. I'm not one of these people that get with, oh, well, you can always get with another race and make it yourself. No, you can't. I'm sorry. A lot of people may hang up, but I believe that in order to keep any ethnos group going, they have to be with the ethnos group. Now they want you to be an Amazonian. Okay, so now you get a whole bunch of chicks all getting in the house living together. She's actually sat there on the website and on one of her posts and said, basically, don't you just think that you should consider it? Consider just, having your own household with just you and some of your friends. Take maybe two friends and consider it, because isn't it awful when you constantly have to go through bad situations with men? This is a black woman with her face telling people this. And these idiots are sitting there reading it and considering it. Moreover, they're doing it. Talk about wipe you out. Huh. They got your boys around the house switching. And they got chicks listening to these chicks that's just going out buying $1 million houses and, $240,000 property and got whole landing strips on. They said, because you see, people love to go by what their eyes see. You're not even tripping on what this woman's, what her intentions of her heart are. You're not even concerned with what the true intentions of her heart are or is, however you want to put it. You're not even looking at the true intentions, at what's inside of her. She done told you that she practices witchcraft. She done told y'all who she is. And yet folk are running around in droves looking at that on Instagram and on Twitter and on every place else and social media, thinking that this is a healthy way to go. They're going to wipe us completely off the map. If you don't see it and anybody else don't see it, show hate it. I'm saying it. That what else is it? If you got everything else putting on dresses, if you got all this, what is really up? It's an assault on the creation. It's an assault on every front, on every single front. It ain't just in our community. Oh, they got something in every community that everybody could come and talk about and say, look, what is going on? Everybody's community has something. Why? Because it's an attack on the creation of our Father. What did our Father do? He created man. He created us. Oh, yeah. This is an attack. It's an attack. It is an assault, and on, and on and on assault. And it's hitting every single group. Every single group. Every group can now tell you that there's something heinous going on within their community. Every group. But we all think it's just our group because we really don't sit around and talk to other people. Shame on us. Shame on us. We need to talk to people in other groups. Do you think it's by accident that we have different people groups? And then we've been guilted into not understanding the different people groups. We've been guilted into not being able to say, I'm proud to be white, or I'm proud to be black, or I'm proud to be Asian, I'm proud to be Hispanic. We've been guilted into not saying those things. You know why? Because it makes it easier for you not to be anymore. Real talk. Makes it easier to wipe you off the map. Mix it all up. Yeah, I said it. It was me. I said it. I said it. This is the truth that we talk about that nobody ever really just puts out on the table and says, yeah, he made us different for a purpose. He loves us the way that we are, and he don't care. Go and do whatever you want to do. Sure enough, you have that choice. But my point is, they have now mixed everything up. When they showed you what the person for 2030 was going to look like, let me show you what that was. Let me show you how that person looks. Let's use the same browser. Let's take a gander. Let's see if this is the right year that I'm pulling up. Let me see. Do they have it? Mm. Let's see. There's a like this. This is it. This is what the average American will look like in 2050. I'm sorry, 2050. I'll hold. I know you see it. Look here. I'm not coming here to cause any, uh, you know, meanness or harm or any of that. What I'm telling everybody to do is knock it off. Wake up. Don't you realize that that right there is not what is hello? They're playing Yah on every side. They are attempting to be the creator on every side. He made us the way that we are on purpose. He made us in our own group on purpose. Don't shame the white man because he say he proud to be white. Don't shame the Chinaman because he say he's proud to be Chinese. Don't shame the Filipino because they say they proud to be Filipino. Don't shame the black person because they say they proud to be black. Don't shame the German because they happy to be German. Don't shame nobody. Leave people alone. Leave them alone. Granted, they can marry whoever they choose to marry. They can do whatever they want to do. What I'm saying is, don't shame people who are happy to be who they are. Don't do that because right now that is a part of the confusion. Do you understand that once you start doing all that and starting all that confusion, that's how we end up where we are right now? Nobody wanting to talk to nobody, nobody understanding different races, different cultures. You understand by being their friend. You learn my culture by loving me and hanging out with me. Don't mean I got to marry you. You see? And so they're making you believe that you are the racist term. They're making you believe that. They're telling you that you are if you love who you are. That's stupid. That is off the chain stupid. That is what they expect the average American to look like in 2050. I didn't say it. I'm just telling you what's real. National Geographic determined what Americans will look like. How you think they get there? How you think that happens? Wake up. It is an assault on our Father's creation. It is an assault on who he made us, on how he made us. There is nothing wrong with being proud of who you are. How dare any of us shame somebody else specifically because they love who they are? Now, hate is one thing, and that ain't what we're talking about because you can find some haters in every ethnicity. In ethnos, period, you're gonna find people that hate within their own because hate is an emotion that people experience and it's something that they practice as a way of life. That's just who they are. They don't care if it's you or somebody else. They hate everybody. They hate people in their own family, hate people down the street and that look just like them. What I'm saying is you love when you try to understand me. I can love you. I certainly can. But when I tell you that that's what the goal is, baby, you better understand that I'm not coming from a place of hate. I'm trying to let you see what's real. So not only do they want that to be what is, but they also, I'm talking about the heart, the matter of the heart. What is the intention when people start to tell you all this stuff? It's the matter of the heart. What do they intend for you to believe? What do they intend for you to do? Let's view the page. Let's see if it lets us go to the page and still stay there. Yeah, it does. Let's go. Let's go. National Geographic determined what Americans will look like in 2050, and it's beautiful. This story comes from Jack Cheney Rice, April the 10th, 2014. It's no secret that interracial relationships are trending upward, and in a matter of years, they will have tendered. Okay, Cupid, Cupided, and otherwise sexed ourselves into one giant amalgamation or amalgamated race, is what it says. But what will we look like? National Geographic built its 120th anniversary issue around this very question last October, calling on writer Lise Friedberg and Martin Schroller, a renowned photographer and a portrait artist, to capture the faces of our nation's multiracial future. The images in the articles are obviously not Photoshop projections, but real people, meaning tomorrow's America lives among us now in every Blackanese, Latino, Chicanese, and it looks like Corrigantation, whatever that is, you meet at the DMV grocery store or whatever, or wherever it is you hang out. Okay? Let me see where those photos are. Is there a button to push here? Yeah? Let's go there maybe. Oh, something went wrong. Return to the other home site. Yeah. Something went wrong is what it said. Yeah, get out of there. Yeah, something went wrong. They don't want me there. It says something went wrong. Okay. Is this a video of it? I don't know if I could use it or not. But my point is been made. Let me give you the link. Okay. You go ahead and read that for yourself. What I'm trying to tell you is quit shaming people who love themselves. All right. Quit bugging these white folks. Quit bugging these black folks. Quit bugging these Asians. Quit bugging people. Leave them alone. If they want to stay with their own, let them stay with their own. And if they don't, they don't. Let them do whatever they want to do, but quit trying to fashion them to be the way you think that they should be. Stop that. Leave people alone. Leave people alone. Whatever they want to do, let them do it, but do not make it where it's a whole marketing campaign where you got Cheerio commercials telling you to do it. Ving Rhames, a man running around at Holiday Heart wearing a dress. Patrick Swayze wore a dress. Everybody, it's all this stuff is a mess. It's all part and parcel the same. It's the matter of the heart. The ones who are creating, what is in their heart? What is their goal? Is it to be Yahweh? They're already lowercase g's. Is it to be Yahweh? Huh? Ain't nothing wrong with being proud of who you are. Be who you are. Be who you are. Love who you are. But make sure that when you loving who you are, you taking care of your children, men, when you bring them here. When you loving who you are, make sure you taking care of your children, women, when you bring them here. No problem loving who you are, but if you got a husband, take care of him, wife. No problem loving who you are, but take care of your own wife, husband. No problem loving who you are. Be a good part of the community. Help. No problem loving who you are, but don't tear up nobody else's stuff. No problem loving who you are. It ain't nothing wrong with that. But I submit you got enough homework to do in your own community before you go out here trying to tell other people what they should do, shaming people for being who they are. Running around here with every single thing that somebody tells you, you run around with it. Every single thing they tell you, you run around and say it. You repeat everything they say. You're repeating every single thing that they're saying. Yeah, you are. It's the white man's fault because they're this, and it's the white man, and the white man started this, and the white man. Poor white guy. Poor white guy. I said it a few months ago. Poor white brother. I feel so sorry. I feel so bad because they are just that white men, right? Men, period, are taking a beating, but the poor white guy really taking a beating. Lies, 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 lies. I'm not saying ain't no bad cats out there. Hello. We sisters have been married to some bad cats, but then again, conversely, some cats have been married to some pretty bad sisters. Whether they black, white, purple, yellow, or green, she ain't good. She wasn't no good. What's the point? You're going to find mess everywhere. But if you're going to stand up for anything, make sure that you are working actively to make your thing right. Quit running around here shaming other people. Quit running around here trying to be other people to the point where that's what you see on the screen. Because let me tell you something. I got good friends who have mixed and dibbled and dabbled. They have. But when you talk to them about their purpose and their reason for dibbling and dabbling, it is totally unbelievable. They hate themselves to the point where it shows. I'm like, yo, wait a minute. Okay, I get you like this dude. You want to be with this cat. I could care less if he purple. Y'all get along and you love one another. Go ahead on, do you. I ain't got a heaven and hell to put you in, do you? I just know what I ain't gonna do. But then when you get to talking to them and you ask them why, the reason that they are doing what they're doing is because my daddy treated my mama like this. or I dated two of them and I don't like them. You better watch it because that's just what a very famous lady said. She married one husband, married another husband. After that, she married a woman. Black lady, actor, very famous right now. Part of the conversation that I just told you guys about. You better watch out. Not saying that that's what's going to happen, but I'm telling you right now that you can be easily led when you move by what your mind say. What you need to do, sister, instead of running around here hating your own race, hating your own self, you need to sit down here and go get yourself some counseling. You need somebody who get paid to do what they need to do to help you. You need to sit your rump down for a good 12 months and let this person with sound wisdom and judgment tell you what it is that you need to do for some homework. You need some homework to get yourself together, because it doesn't matter what other race you go to be with. If you don't like yourself, you're going to be hell for that man. It don't matter. The guy could be as sweet as pie. He could want to give you the world, but you're going to keep wanting more and more and more. Why? Because you ain't satisfied with you. And because you ain't satisfied with you, you're going to give that cat hell. He going to bend over backwards because he loves you and he understands what love is. But because you think that because your mama had a bad situation, or you had a bad relationship twice or three times, that now all of them are like that. And so you run out here and you ruin another cat. You ruin a good cat for another young lady who might be really, truly, honestly looking for a cat like that. But because he doesn't waste his time messing around with you and your crazy self, he can't find the right one. Why? Because he's committed to you. Dingbat. I know I'm talking, y'all. I'm sorry. But I got to be real. Got to be honest. You got to know those that labor among you, and you got to know who I am. And this is what I mean. This is who I am. This is it. Rubber meeting road. In 1.2 miles. Rubber meeting road. Make a right. Make another right. Now have a seat. That part. Okay? I know a lot of people are not going to like this because this just, oh, she's so crazy. Oh, can you believe that she said that you were supposed to stay with your own kind? Now, isn't she crazy? She sounds like she's racist. Oh, look at her. Oh, now she sounds like she just loving what the white people say. Oh, oh my goodness, look what she just said. Oh, you just need to get her a sheet and cut some eyeballs out of it and let her roam around the streets. Do you believe what she just said? Yeah, I said it was me. I said it. Love yourself enough to make sure that your stuff is together. Love yourself so much that your community shows that you love it. Love yourself where your sons and your daughters are not sitting up here on TikTok and YouTube and Twitter and Facebook. See, they'll take this down, but they're not going to take none of that beating each other up down. No, because that plays right into what is exactly what are we talking about? The matter of the heart. That's going to stay right there. Why? Because that's the matter of their heart. They need you to continue to tear up your whole front yard. Tear the whole front yard up. As a matter of fact, don't even put any more grass out there. Just go get get a couple of bales of hay. Go get a couple of bales of hay. Take all the yard that's in the front yard, rip it all up. And then just put some hay out there. Don't even put any seed up under there. Make sure that you get all the other seed that was from the old grass. Get all of that out and just stick a whole bunch of hay out in the front of the yard. Go ahead on, do that. What's the matter? You don't love your neighborhood. You don't love yourself. You don't know. You don't matter to you. You do not matter to yourself. Because if you matter, your neighborhoods will not be as raggedy as they are. From the potholes to the poor man standing in front of the store, to the children tearing each other up, to the fathers dropping the seed and rolling out. Get your stuff together. Quit running around here trying to tell everybody how to be. I know somebody ain't gonna like it. It's all good though. But I still love you. Yeah, this is truth. Everybody is all, this matters, that matters. Oh, I'm a victim. You a victim And you the one that tore up your whole front yard. You the victim and you tore up your whole entire house, ran your good man out, ran everybody out, trying to just make them do things your way. Do you realize that the spirit that is trying to take over right now, that has really run shots, is a spirit that is off the chain? It is the spirit we were talking about in Nanya earlier. Just the queen. I'm just the queen. Oh, look at me. Look at me. It's all about me. I'm the queen. I'm the queen. All about Ishtar, all about Ananya, all about me. Me. I. I don't want to talk about you anymore at all. I want to talk about me. I feel, I want, I need, I. It's all about me. Me. That's all it's about. What you see right there on the screen. I'm so tired of these chicks running around here trying to tell women in my community how to live their life. Don't nobody want to be laid up with no woman. We want a man, stupid. Tell us how to get one of them. Do you know how? Go and live with your friend girls and raise your children together. Leave the men alone. That's a terrible relationship that you've had such bad luck with now. Such bad luck. Oh, you've had such bad luck with men. You ladies, have you ever considered, it says in the caption, have you ever considered just being with another woman just for the financial ways of it and just to have a cohabitation together with just another woman? This is what has been said in my community, and stupid black women are reading this garbage, hailing it as something prolific. It's the heart of the matter, dum-dum. They're trying to finish tearing us up. Don't you see it? The women's lib movement hit all communities on different sides. It took different traits that had been planted in the woman from Jump Street. It exegeted the one that was relevant to her community, held on to that one, and worked and toiled and pulled her apart from baking bread. In every community, every woman simultaneously was pulled out like a thread. And they took that thread and they pulled it in their hand and they put it up to the light and stretched it real good to see how much elasticity it had. How long will this strand work without another strand? Let's find out. Aren't you tired of cooking every day? How about a nice TV dinner? Aren't you tired of being told what to do by this man who oppresses you? Then go get a job and be oppressed by another man who does not even know your middle name or care about you. Aren't you tired of helping your kids with your homework? Why should you be the one that educates them? You need an education just in case you have to do this all on your own one day. He's oppressing you. Go, you need a job. Aren't you tired of taking care of these kids? Why don't you go and let a total stranger that doesn't even have your same values or the values that Mama Nim raised you with, and you will too be a leader in the community because now you are able to show your daughters and your sons exactly how healthy it can be to be independent. 1972. You're an independent black woman. You don't need no man. You're an independent woman. Hear me roar, take off your bra and burn it. White lady. You don't need no man. Black lady. White women, unite. They're trying to oppress you. The man-woman relationship is not fair. Why should you cook every night? Make him take you out. With your money, your credit card. You're no longer Mr. and Mrs. You are Ms. You are a woman. We hear you roaring. We hear you roaring. You are a woman. You are powerful. You don't need a man. Your education is all you need. As a matter of fact, we're in some hard times. Right now, we're just going to give you food stamps and we're also going to give you housing. You don't need a man. If we see one, unfortunately, it will cut off all of your funds because now the government is your man. Where is the father of these children? You don't know how to find him? Well, if you do, please give us his last address because we need to speak with him. We have a nice, cushy place for him to stay if he can't pay. Don't worry, we've got you. How is the education we paid for, Ms. Brown? We found your husband, Miss Brown. He now owes the state $42,000 in back pay, but don't worry, we will not cut off your money, but we will go after him. He said he can't pay, but don't worry. We're going to take his driver's license and he won't be able to work anymore. Whether your husband is white, black, purple, green, yellow, orange, or brown, we're going to get him out of your hair. Don't worry. Don't worry. We're going to get him. He won't be able to go to work, and if he does not work to pay us, we'll just put him in jail. Don't worry. We've got your back, Ms. Brown. Stupid. Just stupid. Not seeing exactly what's going on. Not seeing exactly what's going on because it's a matter of the heart. So they looked and found out each and every way to get you. They utilized a woman's need to be in charge, the woman's need to be heard, the woman's need to be all of the above. All of the above. Do you see? Get your husband out the way. Now you got your husband out the way. You don't need no man. Now that you don't need no man, as a matter of fact, we're going to need that money back. That money that we gave you, all we're going to need you to do is just look. Just tell us where he is and stuff. If you can tell us where he is, don't worry. We ain't even going to cut your pay off, right? We're going to still give you this money, right? We're going to still give it to you. All we want you to do is just tell us where homeboys stay. Because if we can get a hold of where he working at right now, we're going to get the money back. And we're going to inflate that number and make it look a whole lot bigger. Never mind the fact that you're making more than he does. Never mind that. But we're going to go get this dude. And then when he can't afford to pay, we're going to take his driver's license and prevent him from even being able to get another gig. And then if he still don't pay, we go just throw him in jail. Who wants a guy without a driver's license anyway? Who wants a guy without a driver's license or a job? Who wants a guy without a driver's license, a job, an ex-wife and 2 kids, or an ex-woman and 2 kids? Do you understand that they used you against the only somebody who was going to take care of you? The woman's issue is we got to be like Eve. We got to be in control. We got to be telling him, see, it does work. What you mean he told us not to eat off of this? This looks like good to me. And I was talking to the serpent anyway. And the serpent told me that we could eat off of it. It's a matter of the heart. The serpent told me, here you go. The serpent told me that we could eat it, Adam. I'm trying to tell you what the serpent told me. Why don't you listen to me? The serpent said we could. He said that if you eat it, you're going to be like God, and he already know that. So that's the reason why he told you he didn't want you to do it, because he straight know that you're going to try to be like him and that nothing going to happen. I ate it. Nothing happened to me. Just take a bite. Just take a little bite. Just put the tip in. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, now you and the serpent going to go in the back? Okay. How long you going to be there? Oh, all right. Okay. 2 hours later. Adam, you and the serpent was gone a long time. Yeah, I know. Look, let's get your stuff. Get something on. Cover up real quick. We gotta go. All because of Big Mouth. And Big Mouth has not stopped. Big Mouth know it all. We big mouths and we know it all. Women, knock it off. We don't know it all. Even when you don't think your husband got it together, get your rump someplace and intercede on his behalf. Stay out of that man's ear. If he's a man that is following the Most High, he is trying to do the will of the Most High, how he gonna teach him and you teach him? That don't work. Most High can't teach your husband and you teach him too. Trust me, I know it doesn't work. Intercede for him and go get a Betty Crocker cookbook. I forgot who that was last night said Betty Crocker wasn't even real. I think it was Anarchy. But go sit down someplace and learn how to cook. Go sit down someplace and learn how to sort laundry. I said it. Okay? Go do that. You guys, we're coming up on, I don't know, what, an hour and 38 minutes, hour and 37 minutes. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for tuning in with us. It is a matter of the heart. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. You're going to understand and know why people are doing the things that they are doing simply because of what's inside of their heart. You want to know the intentions, even the evil intentions of man? They got evil that they're doing with a smile on their face, but the intention, what's inside their heart? The matter of the heart. What's inside their heart ain't good. Even if they smiling. Just like that chick sitting there listening to somebody talking about, we just going to give you some money. Don't worry. We're going to get this money to you and we're going to go after him, but we're going to still give you your grant every month. You're going to still get your food stamps. You're going to still get your medical. You're going to still get your check. We're just going to go after him. Dingbat, wake up. Do you get it? Matter of the heart. Who created the system? What's the matter? What's the heart? What's in the heart of it? Everybody running around, sell it out, and you don't understand why? It's what's in their heart. You crying and upset because they went out and bought candy bars and got candy bars. And you the only one that's not, you ain't got no candy bars, so you're trying to figure out why you feel the way you feel. This is real talk. This is adult talk. You're trying to figure it out. Why they act like that. Y'all went to church together. Everybody, y'all was all in the same pastor's place. Now you get to see who the Day-Days are. Because Day-Day just got to be on the side of the man. Shakespeare was a sellout. Because all the world is not a stage. And we are not just bit part players. The creator counts every soul because we do count at Mars Fool's Gold onward. Gratitude, good sister friend. Your faith vibe is all over it. Thank you, at Felicia. To Yah be the glory. No glory isn't going to me. All go to him, but I appreciate you for loving me. I appreciate everybody on Twitch. I don't even know if we got any viewers over there, but if you're watching, my name is Felicia Lockhart. I so appreciate you. I'm so glad to introduce myself. If you don't know me, okay, if you do know me, this is me. If you don't know me, this is me. Okay? As a note, candy bars are overrated. All right, y'all, we're going to listen to a little Ronnie Man before we pull out. So you ain't got to go home. My brothers and my sisters, you ain't got to go home at all. You ain't got to go if you want to chill. Listen, you guys, the purpose for me letting you hear these songs all the time is because I want you to hear the words. I want you to hear the words. I really do. Because if you're hearing the words of these songs, you're going to get a lot of information out of them. A whole lot of information. And besides that, he writes really well. And he makes some really good stuff. And I enjoy listening to it. So we're going to go ahead and get out of here. After you hear our tag out, y'all can hang out and chit chat. This will be a great place for y'all to talk to each other. I don't mind. Y'all can go ahead and talk. I'll sit out here and hang out with you for a few minutes. But I'd like to tell you guys all, remember what we always say here on this channel, that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of the Most High Yah. You guys take care. To receive instant notification each time I upload, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification.
Helping you along the way. Helping you to make it through another the day. Yeah, yeah. Everything you need to know that you never knew, that you need to know. Like our perspective. Yeah. Jamming on the one. The second time around, you the only one. You the only one. You the only one. Yeah. Now that I know you the one. We living in the word like I know the sun. You the only one. Yeah. You said it's mine for the taking. You blow my mind with this thing called love. You know every move I'm making. You know everything I'm thinking of. And I'm thinking of you all of the time. Oh, yeah. I can't ever get you out of my mind. You are the only one. 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 It was always you from the start. It was always you all the time. I wrote you on my heart. I wrote you on my mind. And I'm thinking of you all of the time. Always. Oh, you are the only one. Only one. You are the only one. You are the only. You are the only one. You are the only one. Bavashaya. In the beginning, Yah created the heavens and the earth. His spirit moved upon the waters. It's all in his word. He said, let there be light. And he called the light day. And the darkness he called night. He saw that it was. He made heaven and called forth the dry land. Gathered the waters, called it the seed. And he made seed for man. He brought forth the grass and every herb and every fruit yielding tree on this earth. He saw that it was. He made lights to divide day and night times for seasons, days, and years to let them be for signs. And so the earth could have light. He made the greater one to rule the day and the lesser one to rule the night. Let's not forget he made the stars also. Then he told the waters to bring forth life, and it was so. He created all the birds of the sky, all the cattle and every creeping thing after his own kind. He saw that it was. Then Yah created man in the his own image, he created them. Male and female, he created them. He blessed them to be fruitful and to multiply and to replenish the earth and subdue everything within. Nah, behold, it was very good when he saw what he had made. Even in the morning, were the sixth day. And on the seventh day, he rested. That's why he sanctified and blessed it. It's uncontested. My God is, and to make it understood, I'm bumping truth music when I'm rolling through my hood. I'm putting God first, no hood fame. You read it on a nameplate. Dwell in the house of Yahweh forever for his name's sake. And though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I'm stomping through like it don't even exist. His goodness and mercy follow me all the days of my life. His yoke is easy and his burden is light. My God is. And to make it understood, I'm fucking music when I'm rolling through my hood. And I was. And to make it understood, I'm fucking music when I'm rolling through my hood.
Good morning, babe.
Do you remember where we're from? Stayed up watching, no time for yawning. Look up at the sky, see that new day dawning. God be my witness, take it as a warning. Sun ain't never lie, great day in the morning. Focus, never let the nighttime revoke it. Blinded by the dark, I seen it before they cloaked it. It was marvelous, they hiding it behind the pulpit. Lying in a sick bed, vying with the culprit. How we trying on the culture, liking how it fit, now we dying with the vulture. At the round table with more nights than Mozart. Caught up in the image of that child on that poster. The light disable the diagnosis, healing the sick. I got the script and the dosage. Take it for the grind, you gon' need it for the borderline. Holler when you see the joy coming, morning time. Keep on keeping on. Morning time. Holler when you see the joy coming. Look, I guess we probably need a night light so we can continue to get our hope on. They say we headed for that light, right? Well, I'ma hit them with this photon, with that blazing sword forming like Voltron. When the morning come, they disappearing like Croatan. The Melachine, oh my Elohim, Omicron, sealed with the 70, going out like Yoke and 9. And when I meet my deliverer, I'm set apart. I got peace like a river. If we stay sharp with it, there's a feast on the sliver. We can take part. I advise you play it smart. It's a late start. Let the light shine through the dark. Until the day star rise in your heart. Take heart. When you find the door, you'll be more than fine. Holler when you see the joy coming. Morning time. Holler when you see the joy coming. Do you remember where we're from? Pray you strength to carry on. They trying to take my inheritance. This arrogance, I'm trying to save them the embarrassment. I spit truth, they forgetting what the marriage is. The meek shall inherit the earth, the rest perishes. They taught us all to listen to Balaam with their palace and their caliphate. I'm destined for Salem, man, they rest is counterfeit. Plus it's destined to fail 'em. Shake the dust off this city, man. Who coming with me? There's a light at the end of it. I see you shine, getting life with the benefits. That's me and mine, holding fast to the legacy, whether the rain or shine. Do you remember where we're from? Pray you strength to carry on. Will you step into the sun? Do you remember where we're from? Pray you strength to carry on. Will you step into the sun?
To receive instant notification each time I upload, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification.
Helping you